Actually, the story, there's the story about the wife of Suleiman, one of his wives. She killed, supposedly this wife, she is a half human, half genie. So the father of this woman, he married a genie. And then they have a daughter. She is half female, human, and half genie. And there was a king. He is really bad, you know. Like he sleep with the daughters and the wives of his ministers, especially if he knew they have some one of the family. She is beautiful, so he entered upon her, and he came with his army. Her father is a minister for him, so she told him, "Why you don't come alone? Are you afraid you need protection with your army? I'm a female." And when he get inside, she hit him with her shoes, and she cut his head. I'm telling you, this is a true story. Don't force me to look for the reference. She cut his head with the shoe. Let me see. This is why women, they wear high heels, and you know, they fool you. They say we look nice, we look more beautiful. Don't believe them. This is a crime weapon. I'm telling you, don't make them fool you. Those women are, you know, why they grow their nails too? Nails, high heels, all those are weapon. So when I saw this story first time, I'm trying to find it. Uh, yeah, maybe in different. Okay, where we were. Let me try. I'm trying to remember where we can find the story in English. Uh, hmm. My memory is not helping me now. I need to eat eggplant. Yeah, but anyway, maybe we can find it some other time. I'm trying to remember. Hold on, where? Where this story? Which book? Which book? Which book? Pa, 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 pa. Let us see. Okay. There is many actually. There's many names in Islam. They are uh, they married to genie. Like, you know, as an example, the female. This actually, this one we're talking about is Balqis. Let's see. Hold on. Uh, you see here Balqis, but I don't know if it's mentioned here. Let us see. Let us do little search. I will type the word as they are typing it in English to be sure we can get maybe something. Oh, we are typing in Arabic. Guys, are you going? Are you bored? Shall I leave? Huh? Queen of Saba. Okay, hold on. Where we can find it. Actually, I can find the reference easy in Arabic, but I'm trying to find you an English source. Um, Let us see here. I gave reference before. I'm sure I found mostly I found it in the same website, but we need to find where. You know what? Let us use this. Maybe if I search in the same website, for Belkis. Okay, let's see here. Uh, yeah, actually, I found different. I'm trying to find the reference, but here they are talking about that Balqis. You know, when Suleiman he wanna see her legs, because Suleiman he liked legs as usual. So the shaitan, the genies, they made Balqis become hairy. So when he left this, when Balqis she walked over the water, which was like a floor, sorry, over the floor, which was like a crystal. So Suleiman he was able to see her panty, and Balqis she thought that the floor is like there's wet water in it, so she left her skirt. And then Suleiman he saw that she was hairy, you know, like hairy booter. So here you see, this is supposedly an Islamic study. This is not a hadith now, but I want to show the hadith. I cannot find the hadith. Yeah, all those is a fictional stories copied from the Jews, and the stupid Muhammad and the Muslims, they copy them. As simple as that. But I can find in Al-Qurtubi in Arabic, and we can use it. All right. Let's see here. Well, let's look for it in Arabic then. Uh, ta, 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 ta. All right, we found the reference in Arabic. Here we go. This is the official government website of Saudi Arabia. I will post the link for you. You can use Google Translation. And this is the chapter, the same chapter we are reading from, the chapter of the ants, starting from verse number 44. Let us see. The story actually here, everything is really funny and weird and stupid. But I want to go, like as an example here, look, who is the one who taught Suleiman how to take hair from his body? When Balkis became subdued and she converted to Islam, because he forced her, Suleiman, and he forced her to convert, and she admitted that she was unjust by not being a Muslim. And then when Suleiman, he saw her feet, one of the advisor of his shayateen, Satans, they said, he said to him, Suleiman, he have an advisor from the shaitan. So Suleiman, he asked the shaitan, how I can get rid of the hair in her legs? She's very hairy, disgusting. So the shaitan, peace be upon him, said to Suleiman, I will teach you how to do it. So he taught him how to do sugar. I'm not making things up, that's what it says. And he taught him how to have shower too. And then Suleiman, he married her, and he made her live in the land of the Sham. Sham usually is a statement used for Syria, the natural Syria, which means by the old maps, they call Jordan, all of Jordan, Israel, Iraq, Syria now, Lebanon, the natural Syria. And then here we will see some, they say he married her in Yemen. When the Prophet, he mentioned about Balqis, how she was so beautiful and she have very hot legs. Aisha, she said, do she have her legs better than mine? Then he said, your legs is better than her in heaven. I'm not making things up, by the way. This is what it says in front of me. Okay? I will give you the website. Who won the website? Who won the website? So Aisha now, she is jealous. Muhammad is talking about how beautiful the legs of Balqis, the woman who was a queen in Yemen. And Suleiman, now he captured her after he invaded her kingdom, doing jihad. So now they were talking, Muhammad talking about how nice her legs. Aisha, she said to the Prophet, is her legs is better than mine? Muhammad said to Aisha, obviously Aisha, her legs is scary. So he said to her, and this is talking about hair, you know, hair. So you have hair. So Muhammad, he said to her, well, you know what? Your legs will be better than her in heaven. Which means for now, it's not. Let me use Google Translation so you can read with me and laugh. All right. Look, so Aisha, she said, she has better legs than me. People, who in the world would believe in such a garbage? I mean, what the heck is that? So what? This is what? What? You know? Who want to save those references? Anyone want to save those references? Don't save it. Don't save it. Later you will ask me, Christian Prince, where I can find this. Don't ask me. I'm not going to ask you. I'm not going to show you. Yeah. And actually, I missed the story. I want to show you where her mother is from the genie. I skipped. Hold on. Where? As you see here, Balqis, she surrendered to Islam by the sword, and she converted to Islam, and she just admitted unjust to herself. And then he asked Sulaiman, he asked Shaitan, how he can, not demonic, Shaitan, this is false translation, how I can remove hair from her legs without harming her body. So Shaitan, he taught him how to do an-Nura. An-Nura, sorry, not in light, this is false translation. An-Nura is sugar, you know. They make like a kind of sugar, they boil it until it's dry from water, and that will make it like gum, very sticky. So women, they put it in their legs or any area where they want to take hair, and then, you know, like fast you take it from the skin, and that will be really hurting. So supposedly Shaitan is the one who taught him how to do it. Okay, and then where is about her mother? I'm trying to find about her mother. Hold on. Let us type the word mother. Maybe that will be faster. Mother. Type in Arabic. Okay, here we go. He said that her mother was one of the jinn. So she's the mother, she's a genie. Her father was a human. And she killed the guy who was a king before her by her high heel shoes, because she's a genie. And remember, she's powerful. So she killed him, she cut his head, she threw the head out, and then she became the queen. I mean, the story is long. All of it is just funny, stupid stuff. I mean, who in the world want to believe such a garbage? You know. This. Here we go. In the same page, there is look here. There's a part in the story. Her grandfather, he was a great king, and he have 40 sons, and all of them are kings. True story. And then kings, they come from around the world asking for her to marry them, and nobody, she refused everybody because she want to marry a Muslim who is a Jew. Okay, so her grandfather, his name is Al-Hadud or Al-Hadhad. He was a great king and he had 40 sons. All of them are kings. And he was the king of entire Yemen. Her father, Al-Sarh, okay, this is his name supposedly, used to say to the king of the outskirt, none of you is worthy of me, and he refused to marry one of them. So the father, he don't want any of those kings to marry his daughter. And this is the father. This is a story, by the way, not about Balqis now. This is about the father of this girl, Balqis. And then, because he is very picky, he don't want to marry any, he refused to marry any women from those people, even daughters of kings. And then they married him to a woman. She was a genie, and her name is Rayhana. And they have even the name of her father. Look at this. She gave birth to him. This story here is different from the most popular one, but let us go and see with this one. She gave birth to him with the child. His name is Balqama, and this is Balqis, the original name of her, and she have no other child except her. All right. Here it says, let us see if we can find the hadith in English. Give me a second. Are you guys bored? As you know, we are here trying to educate you as much as we can. Okay, hold on. I guess we cannot find it in English. Let me search again. Yeah, I'm trying to find in English, but until now I don't see anything in English. Let us try more. We have to keep trying. Nothing in the English website. But I will give you, let us see this one here. This website here will be very confusing. We need something else. Anyway, the website we have already in Arabic, it can be fine, but it will be better if we can find in English. Let me post this link for you. And again, remember, you have to use Google Translation. All right. Who want to save it? Who want to save it? So later, if I ask for this link, will help us and to post it, especially the admins. Would you please save it? I don't save links in rarely I save link in my bookmark, because if I want to save everything, I know there's no bookmark in the world. It's going to take me longer time to find it in the bookmark from finding it in the internet. But this is how stupid this religion is. So this woman, she married She is a daughter of a genie. Her mother is a genie, and this is why she is very strong, and she have a very high heels, and she can kill men with them. Uh, Here, look at this story here. And the same page, by the way, there's tons of stories contradict each other about the same person. So now this girl, Balqis, look what it says here. If you can read with me in English. Here it says that the reason her father married a genie, just a few minutes ago, we heard a different story about the same person. Now there's a new story. The reason her father married a jinn was that he was a minister of a king. But he was a king, now he's a minister. And this is a different story. He's a minister. He was a minister of a king. And this king, he is an idiot. He raped women. And he forced his ministers to give their wives to him so he can rape them, their daughters too. So this minister, he was a minister of the king, and he's a jealous man. He will not let anyone do that. So this king, he raped women, and he subjugated them. The minister, he was like a person who have honor. Jealous here mean honor, like he have an honor. And so he did not marry because he knew if he marry a woman, the king will F his wife. So he is the only minister is single. So one time he accompanied, like he went in a company of a man. He did not know in the road. He was in the road. He saw a man. So the man, he said to him, like, do you have a wife? The minister, he said, oh no, I don't. I will never marry, because the king of our country, he raped women, who they are married. He take them from their husbands. So he said, which means the man, if I marry my daughter, he will never rape her. And he said, like, this is the father, he's saying, the minister, well, if you marry my daughter, he cannot rape her. Translation is not, not good. He cannot rape her at all. Then the minister said he will rape her. The man, he said, no, for my people are from the genie. We are people from the genie who cannot be defeated. The translation again is not good. So he's saying, no, he cannot, because we are genie. He cannot overcome us. So this minister now, he married the daughter of this man. And she is the one who gave birth to Balqis. You see how the story changed from the beginning of the page to the end of the page. The same, we're talking about the same person. One, she was a daughter of a king, blah, 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 and now she is, a minister, and now the minister is marrying a woman. She is a genie, because simply his king, he will rape women. So he married her. And the mother of the woman, the mother of Balqis, she died. So Balqis, she built a palace in the desert, far away. Why? Because he didn't want the king to know about her. And they, by mistake, her father, he spoke about her beauty. Like he said, my daughter is so beautiful. And the news went to this king. He heard about her, that she is so beautiful. And then he told the husband, he told the father, bring your daughter to me. Bring her here. You want to rape her, you know how much I love women, he said. And then he put him in jail. He ordered him to be in prison. Why? Because he refused to bring the daughter. And then he made his army march toward the palace of this girl, which is Balqis. And then when he arrived to her, here we have the funny story. Hey, females, are you wearing your high heels? Ladies and gentlemen, now you will see the power. I don't know if this is in here in this page where they will talk about how she killed him. Actually, I think she should. Al-Qurtubi, I think, mention it. Yeah. Yeah. He mentioned it. So anyway, you will see how she killed him by her shoes. You know what? I should put a sign for all females who come into our chat that shoes are not allowed. I mean, just for security reason. As you know, I am wanted by a lot of people. They love me. What if the Muslims, they pay the women who is wearing high heel shoes to do something to me? Because you will see that this king, he's a king, he have a massive army, yet she killed him by her shoes. Listen carefully. So he came, he imprisoned the father of this woman, Balqis, the queen, who later became a queen, and he went to her palace. When he went to the palace, his army want to enter with him. So the servant girl, according to the advice of the smart Balqis, she is from the jinn too. Even the servant, she is not a jinn. And the king, he cannot trust to go inside with those genie alone, so he want to get all his army inside. So one of the slaves of this lady who owned the palace, Balqis, she told him, and this slave is so beautiful. She was like in the image of the sun, so beautiful. The slaves, they said to him, the servants, those girls, not one, many girls, who they are in the image of the sun, they told the king, aren't you ashamed? Aren't you ashamed to enter to see our like princes, the most beautiful women with an army? Are you afraid of women? So he command his army to be away, like stay away, and he enter alone. And they told him, why you are bringing women? You want women to why you want your army? You want in your army to intervene in something private? So the king, he listened. All right. So he allowed them to leave, which means he commanded his army to leave. And he entered alone. She closed the door on him and killed him with her shoe. Finally, we found it. Here we go. Do you see it? People, do you see it? And you are telling me that Islam is not a true religion from the true God? What's wrong with you? How Muhammad he knew the power of women's shoes. The women, she did not use a sword, she did not use a knife, she did not use anything. It's just a shoe. Shoe, shoe is proven, by the way, to be like not only dangerous, it is like obvious weapon since the like long time. Now be honest. Do you hear any stories from any other person except me like those? Huh? You never heard those stories, right? You hear it only here. This is why you shut down your cable, your internet, I mean your cable company, because here is the best entertainment. And you are relaxing in your bed, and poor me is reading, translating, my back hurt. Okay, thank you very much. All of you drinking tea and coffee, like in the morning, eating your breakfast, and I'm spending my time looking for the shoes. All this time I'm looking for the shoes that should show it to you. Isn't it funny? A human being. I mean, look how You know, sometimes you ask yourself, how a human being is so stupid. You know, human being is cursed. Who in the world would believe such a garbage? They believe it. It's in their books. And now the new generations who don't want to believe this because they are educated, what they will say? Oh, this is, you know, this is the prophet's story. This is your imam's stories. This is your reference story. This is the official government website of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. However, you know, for us as a men today, I think we have, it's time for us to wake up and to know that women are dangerous and we should not be with any women anywhere in the world. Let us say you go to a conference. Huh? Conference. It's not like a private place. And all those women in the conference are wearing shoes. High heel shoes. What you expect will happen to you. Let us be honest here. What you think will happen to you. If one woman, she was able to cut the head of a king. She cut, actually, not only that, the story, and you know, it says she cut his head and she threw his head out from the window. And then his army, when they saw his head, they became subdued to her. Right away, she became in control. The guy came as a king, he left as a limb. As simple as that. Here we need to remember that those stories can help us as men. Maybe we should tell this to Andrew Tate. He say women are weak. And you know, actually, if you go in the story too, I mean, if you read down, I'm sure later you will see. I did not go down in the page yet. You will see crazy stuff. Great, as an example, in the garden of Balqis. Okay, hold on. Yeah, hold on. Oh, here, actually, here. It says here, huh? I thought the translation not showing it. She cut off his head and throw it to his soldiers. Huh. I thought it's not in the translation. Do you see it? So she killed him by her shoes, and she cut his head by her shoes. Simply what she did, she hit him with the shoe and she cut his head right away with the shoe. Like his head came out right away. And then she took the head and she threw it at the army, you know. You know, the army became so terrified and they became subdued to her, you know. And then she became the queen. You see how she became a queen? The guy came to rape her. She cut his head by the shoe. She's the daughter of a genie. And now she became the queen. Now, after she became the queen, should I continue? I think you guys should go and rest. What do you think? Should I continue? Aren't you bored of the story? This is a story where made 800 million bird convert to Islam. So now she became the queen because she killed the king by her shoes. But in her garden, she have a bird which is called al-hudhud. All right. Sorry, to her garden, the bird, the hudhud, which is the bird of Sulaiman, came to her garden. He go up in the sky, and this bird, al-hudhud, he have a vision. He can see all the world to the end. It should say that here. Hold on. Huh. So the bird, the hudhud, he rose toward the sky and he saw the whole length and the breadth of the world, the whole of it, just by one look, one bird. And then he go down and he tells Sulaiman about what he saw. You don't even need to fly to Yemen. He go up, he see the, because the earth is flat. And he told him about this woman. And she have an army, very weird army. She have a 12,000 qeel. I don't know what they meant by qeel. I think qeel is like a commander, you know. And each one of those commander, he have 100,000 fighters. So 100,000 commander. Sorry, she have a 12,000 commander. Each one of them have 100,000 fighter under his command. Somebody give me the number. 12,000 commander x 100,000. 12,000 commander. All right. And each one of them is 100,000 fighter. What the total number of the army of Balqis? And this is not include the women, because they have an army of women too. Because remember, those are not Muslims. Women, they go to war. Anyone have a number? Should I use my calculator? You guys are lazy. $1.2 million. Not much. You know, think about it. Small army. What a big deal. 1.2 million. This does not include women and children. And then the translation is not coming accurate, really. I mean, the story there is really messed up. If you read, like the king, he asked him, "Who are you?" The king of the genie and the human and the shayateen, and the birds and the beast and the wind. This is Sulaiman. Here in the story it says, let's see here. Yeah. So the two birds, two hubub, they met each other. The first one asked him, "Who are you? Where you are coming from, and where you are going?" The other one, he said, "Well, I am from the army of Sulaiman." The bird, he said, "I am from the army of Sulaiman, the king of the genie and the human and shaitan and birds and beast and wind." All right. I mean, the stories is really endless, as you can imagine. Just imagine. Use your imagination. The king of the jinn, who are you? He said, "I am from the army of Sulaiman, the king of the jinn, the mankind, and the devils, the bird, the beast, the winds, and everything between earth and heaven is the king." Sulaiman is the king of all those things. Yeah. So now the bird of Suleiman, he asked the other one, where are you from? The other one, he says, I am from the country. The king is a woman. Her name is Balqis. And he gave the details about how many armies she have and how many fighters. You know, endless stupid stories. And all of this, as you see, in a very official Islamic website. This is the government of Saudi Arabia website. This is not a guy in YouTube. You know, he have no authority. He can claim whatever he want. Abdul making things up. This is their official. And this is the link again. I'm tired from translating, so I'm going to stop reading the story. Yeah, exactly. Even kids will not believe in such a garbage. Who is going to believe in this? The only thing trust me, the only thing I believe is true is the story about the woman. She killed the man, the king, with her shoes. That is the only part I think there's a truth in it.